So, this guy that's being arrested, he came to the speedway that I'm at near Pataskala, and I don't know if he was on something, if he was drunk, or what the situation is, but he was scaring the lady inside enough to where she called the cops on him. Cops told him to sleep something off. Cops drove this truck. I don't know where they drove it, but they drove it and then left and came back with his truck. That's his truck. And they brought it and parked it right here next to us. They told him to sleep it off. Needless to say, 5 minutes later, he started his car. They came over because the cops were still here. And they came and arrested him. And I turned the video on. In the way, people can't get out. So, hello, whoever's watching. Hope all's well your way. Just chilling here, watching some guy being arrested. He was apparently, that guy right there, he was apparently scaring the lady who worked at this gas station that I'm at. And, like, apparently, forgive me guys, the details are a little foggy on my end because I don't know the whole story, but this guy was apparently kind of like not making any sense, as if he was like drunk, maybe he was having a bad day or something. I'm not 100% sure, but the girl at the speedway here who was working by herself said that she ended up getting scared and had some friends from the pilot down the road that she used to work at and knew people come up here to kind of be her support. And needless to say, cops ended up getting called because this guy left and came back, and it made her concerned or whatever. Well, long story short, the cops talked to him. They didn't arrest him at first. They then got into this red truck, and I don't know where they drove it, but they drove it somewhere because it was parked in the front of the building all the way over there, guys. But they drove it, and then they brought it back. They left the speedway completely, brought it back, and parked it right next to me there. And then they got out, they gave him his keys, and told him, sleep it off. I don't know what they meant by sleep it off. So I don't know if he was drunk or what, but they told this guy who was scaring the lady here at the speedway to stay in his car, sleep it off. The sheriff stayed here and hung out, and to the point where the guy who just got arrested from the red truck, hi everybody, hello, hope all is well, everybody's way. But they told this guy who was scaring the lady to sleep whatever off, gave him his keys back and everything, told him to sleep it off in his truck. He didn't sleep it off. Like 5 minutes later, after they walked away and back to their vehicles and kind of just chilled over here in the front, he turned his car on and then turned it off, and then they came rushing over here, and you'll say he's arrested now. So I don't know what's going on, but you know, hope all is well everybody's way who's watching. Thanks for tuning in. I love you guys. Do a rock sneak attack or maybe an acorn sneak attack. So This is interesting, guys. I never usually get to see my comments on my live, so this is cool. Hello, everybody. Mr. Nightmare makes a story on this. What do you mean, oh no, Miles? Haha! Smoke vid man, I'll donate you $1 to throw a rock at them. Oh no. Listen, guys, I don't need no more law trouble. I'm already dealing with my own right now with the unlawful arrest and abuse of me. They abused me, kidnapped me, and threw me in jail for my first time ever for not even committing a crime. I was peacefully sleeping. Not these specific cops here, but this happened in Canal, Winchester, Ohio, which is only like maybe 20-ish minutes from where I'm at right now. Oh, look, another sheriff pulled up on the other side, y'all. They're like the gang over here. Because here's one. There's one that just pulled up behind this truck that you can't see. And there's another one over here. This is Licking County, Ohio, close to Pataskala, not far from Columbus. So I don't know the context of the guy other than buy hot coffee at the store and throw it. You're silly. Smoke vid man. You guys are silly. How's everybody doing today? What time is it where you're at? It is like 4 in the morning or some shit where I'm at. I don't even know. Something like that, y'all. But very interesting that this guy was just off enough to worry the girl, her call the cops. Cops talked to him, took his vehicle, drove it somewhere out of Speedway, and then came back and parked it right there, told him to sleep something off. He didn't sleep it off. He turned his car on within like 5 minutes or some shit. I'm trying not to be so shaky, y'all. My arm's getting tired. Sorry. Hello, everybody. Hello. What time is it where you're at? But very interesting that they would tell this guy who scared the lady on the inside to sleep something off at the place of where he was potentially a danger or threat to the lady inside. I wish I knew what they were saying over there. What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's having a good day wherever you are, whoever you are. Anything new and exciting on your guys' end? You know, living on the road, I have a lot of recent encounters. YY in a gas station? What do you mean, Amira? Oh. 404, where you're at? 405 Mylan? Are you guys just getting up? Or are you getting ready to go to bed? I was getting ready to go to bed, but then this stuff popped off, and I was like, oh no. Ooh, just leaving a play? That's cool. What kind of play was you at? Or did you see? Was it a musical play? Or are all plays musicals? I think so, right? wish I knew what they were saying. You can kind of hear them. Okay. What kind of play was it, Amira? Am I saying that right? These cops, though, man, they've been here for a hot minute, y'all. I feel like they got here before the guy, but they might have gotten here because of the guy. And if that's the case, they've still just been here for a hot minute. I don't know what their goal or plan is. But now they're just standing here chopping it up. Somebody should request a body cam footage of this situation. Licking County police officers. I don't know the name of this road. I can't pull up my GPS while I'm on live. Yeah, that someone is also a cop, I believe. The one on the left with the hat on. Even though he's not wearing any outfit, I believe he's a police officer as well. Happy hour, happy minute. This guy likes to spit a lot. He must have chew in his mouth. Spit, 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 spit. They're laughing over there. The wee woo. I like to call them berries and cherries. I've been calling them that since I was like maybe 15, 16. This guy really just likes to spit. He's a spitter. Why there's the words that truck. I'm not sure what you mean, Amira. Man, this guy really just, he must have chew in his mouth or something. He's spitting. The guy over there. We are watching the cops because they're parked next to me, and I like to record every police interaction, whether it's with me or beside me. If it's not...
Did they arrest him?
Yeah, they did. Because he turned his truck on. And as soon as he turned his truck on, they came right the fuck over.
What an idiot.
Yeah.
They gave you the option
to sleep it off. Yeah, they're like, sleep it off, and then he turned the car on, and they just came running over, and then they pulled the car over. And now there's a third car over there.
The dude actually got a handout.
Yeah, he really did. Yeah, we're all human, but some of these cops are corrupt as fuck. Oh, excuse my language, YouTube, sorry. They are super corrupt, though. Find my other videos on my channel talking about Grove City Canal, Winchester. What are they doing? Oh, shutting his windows. Well, at least they're nice and shutting his windows and stuff. They ain't gotta do all that. Kudos to them for that, to be honest. Kudos to them for that. Where are you from? I am from Ohio. And just to summarize, Famous and H. Bacht, I think I'm saying that right. These police just arrested a guy who was in this red truck who was here originally he wasn't harassing, and the girl inside didn't want to get him in trouble or trespass him or anything, but he was making her feel uncomfortable. So needless to say, she called the popos, and they came, they talked to him, they did a sobriety test, and he apparently passed the sobriety test in a way to where, what the heck? He apparently passed the sobriety test in a way to where they didn't arrest him right away. Um, and then they took his truck, which is, I'm pretty sure, you know what, don't quote me, but I'm almost positive they took his truck off the property and brought it back, because I seen it come in from over here and not over here where it was. So I'm almost positive they took his truck, but don't quote me because I could be wrong. But either way, they were driving his truck, which, that's strange. But yeah, they drove his truck over to this spot. That truck is parked right there because one of these popos right there had moved it. Now they're finally leaving. Thank goodness. But they're leaving because they got the guy in the red truck. Guy in the red truck was making the girl inside feel uncomfortable. Cops interviewed, questioned, whatever him, sobriety, because as I was going past earlier, they were like, oh, we're going to do a sobriety test. So they did that for sure. But then, needless to say, they parked his car over here, gave him his keys back. And the way that they did it, too, I'm just looking at him like, what is going on right now? This is so weird that the guy in the red truck was acting strange anyways, even after. Like, he walked over here before his truck was over here and just kind of did some circles. And the next thing you know, a cop pulls up with his truck and parks it there. And then they gave him his keys back, said, sleep it off. And then they walked away and they stayed in the parking lot until eventually, like 5 minutes later after they walked off, the dude like got antsy or whatever he's on, and he turned his truck on him. Because he turned his truck on, the cops came right over and immediately opened his door. They didn't even ask him to open up, they just opened his door. I'm pretty sure the cop reached his hand in there, opened the door. Maybe he opened it from the outside, but they opened the door and they're like, get out. And then one of them said something about like, you think 4 minutes is long enough? One of the cops did say that. That was kind of funny, but it wasn't at the same time. Excuse me for laughing. It's just a strange situation.
I mean, at least they gave this guy a chance.
No, they didn't put it there to get towed later, guys. They put it there so that he could sleep in his car away from the front where he was originally parked.
They allowed the dude to get in the back of his truck.
And he didn't even get in the back. He literally jumped in the front seat of his car whenever, before they even walked away. He was in the front seat.
He started messing with it. Yeah, but it seemed like he was just getting set up.
Yeah.
And then again, it's like, as soon as you went in the driver's seat and you turn that car on, that's enough intent for them to say that you had the ability to drive the
I
truck.
definitely think, oh no, my